Welcome to Divine Duality Tarot. My name is TJ. This week's video is for Libra. This is week 49 of 2022. It is the first full week of December and second week into it. So, that aside, what I'm going to be doing for you for this week is a pretty simple spread to give you some insight into the relationship situations for Libra for that week. So go ahead and get that ball a rolling, wheel a rolling, ball a bouncing. I don't know. So Libra, check out Destiny and I's video for December that has the whole month. You can kind of get a good, well-rounded viewpoint of what to expect for the whole month. Having her perspective on it can be enlightening. So yeah, definitely check that video out for December. Let's see what we got here. Okay. I do have a second deck here for if any of this messaging doesn't quite make as much sense. I do have it to clarify any of these messages that we need. So just going through what these are is you have the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands is defensiveness. It's setting boundaries. Expecting people, but definitely defensiveness, being withdrawn from a situation. A lot of times when you start seeing this, either you or your partner, you start getting that more silent treatment. That's normally the first step into defensiveness that I've seen. And then we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is power, authority, loyalty. It can be that. But the King of Wands is definitely a strong, independent card. Very strong, independent. And then lastly, you have the Star. The Star is trusting in yourself. It's using your intuition to get past, heal from prior relationships and or situations. And it doesn't have to be, a relationship such as boyfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever your individual situation is. It could be as simple as a fling, somebody that you have any kind of emotion for. This could represent moving on from that, especially coincides with like heartache and such. So, face value, this week is going to have defensiveness. This week is going to have some kind of power and authority attached to it. And there's going to be moving on from a relationship, be it a current one or a past one. I'm more inclined with what I'm seeing to be a past one. But some of this is a little more vague than I want it to be. Defensiveness, I don't really think that one needs too much explaining. But this power and authority and the Star, I'm going to get some more meaning on that because it's too vague. The overview doesn't really, it flows, it makes sense, but it doesn't really have the detail that I'm looking for. Now we're starting to get some more of that detail. So I'm going to move those over. And now the Star, give me some information on what the Star means. Well, I guess it really wanted these to come out. Interesting. First, top to bottom. Okay. There was really a lot to say about the Star, it seems. So, for a King of Wands, to recap, it is power and authority. It can be loyalty. The King is definitely loyal to his subjects in that situation. There's a lot to it for such a simple meaning. But on the face value of this clarification, you have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is generosity, dependability. Keep that dependability in mind. I think that is more so kind of leading into it. And then you have the Lovers. The Lovers is opportunities for love. It could be new actual, not romance in the traditional sense, not finding a new fling or something. This is more of a deeper relationship. Values will have a lot to do with this. So you're talking more the core of a healthy relationship. That is what it represents. And then you have the Six of Swords, which is moving to calmer water. What I'm seeing here is there is defensiveness, and this partner is being a little too, I shouldn't say partner. This situation is rife with authority, and that authority is kind of tearing away the dependability. It is tearing away the values alignment. And I believe that there's confusion as to what is even going on. So what you have is a lack of dependence for this other person. The more I'm seeing this, I think this message is more so for you, and I think this message might be more so for them. But what we have is you being defensive because the authority, the understanding of this relationship is in question. The values are not aligned because the dependability isn't there. It's supposed to be a partner, supposed to be a trustworthy person. And whoever this person is just not there for you. And the moving on to calmer water, I think, is a mentality that you may have that it'll go away on its own. You know, it's just 1 week. It's week 49. Things can get better in week 50. Things could get worse. It's difficult to really gauge that, because when your feelings are up in the air like this, I mean, Libra, that's confusion. That's defensiveness because you don't even know where this relationship is going. That's all there is to that. And then you have the Star. As I went over, this is the Star here, just to kind of recap. The Star is the healing from past relationships, the trusting in oneself, moving on from the past. So keep that one. That's the general meaning. So when I went to clarify it, what came out was the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is the completion of a cycle. Things have come full circle. It's things that are fated to happen because it is the beginning of a new phase. And then you have wow. Then you have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is flirty, romance, is my sincerest apologies. It's flirtation, it's romance, it's being romantic. It can also, seeing as cups are very emotion driven, there's a cup with a little fish in there. Kind of hard to see, but sometimes, depending on how the story laid out here, the messaging that is received, That can be the act of procreation or the result of procreation. We all know what that is. And then you have the sun. The sun here is renewed passion, a bright future, a desire for the best, a desire to start a family. Then you have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups, feminine energy and openness. So, you have defensiveness. You have a powerful relationship that is kind of crumbling. And then you have moving on from a past relationship, moving on from a the past being behind you. The first thing that I think of is a custody battle. I know that's kind of strange, but what you have is the completion of a cycle. So whatever it was before that is something that you're moving past. And if you're moving past it, and it's more of a positive message, and we have the Page of Cups, which can represent children, I'm thinking that this could be some kind of getting a kid or somebody coming back into your life that is really giving you the vibes that it is a better future. And the Queen of Cups, to top that off, is utilizing your feminine ability or your openness to receive emotion, to receive that love. If it's not a situation where that person, a new person, especially a child of some kind, is coming into the situation, it could be falling back on an old relationship, and you're moving on from whatever this is, bringing new fire, new passion into this relationship, but you don't even know where it's going. Confusion over a pregnancy, defensiveness because you don't want to tell them. It could be defensiveness because a abuse of authority in a relationship, a very controlling person, is leaving you to the point where you don't even know what to do. You are confused this week, though. That is no doubt in my mind. There is confusion because this relationship is kind of on rocky ground. I guess all ground is rocky, but it's on uneven ground. You're not getting that feeling of dependability. I'm really thinking that there's a child involved and this person is just not having it. This person is not having it, and not supporting you is the absolute last thing that they should even be doing. They should be up in your face with love and understanding. Yeah, there's definitely something heavily emotionally driven here that has to do with you moving on past something. I was originally thinking that this was for your significant other, but this whole thing is more so geared toward Libra, what you are going to experience in that week 49. Be prepared for procreation as a forefront of any discussions going on. More than likely, that is exactly what's going on here. You're moving on from past, what you're moving on toward. I mean, the sun even has an infant riding into your life. There's something to do with fertility. It is more of a feminine emotion, the feminine ability that is leading this. That is for sure what's going on here. There is something to do with a child, and this person is just not this person, but the person that we are looking into. They're just not. They're not there for you when you need it most, and that's not fair at all. So what can Libra do to get through week 49 in the best possible way that they can? Let's do that. What can Libra do for week 49 to get past this bullshit that's going on? Oh, yeah. Looks like that one really wanted said. I always try to do these in threes, but every once in a while, when it really wants a message out, it throws it right at you. So this is a very, very powerful message. Judgment. Judgment is accepting failures, letting go of the past, forgiveness, acceptance, and reconciliation. The way that you are going to get through this is to accept that this person, not you, but the person that is bringing in this drama, this person that is bringing in these problems, you're going to have to accept that they're going to be like this. If this is the first, I know that sounds terrible, unless they're being abusive, obviously, but this seems more like an emotional distancing. What more than likely is happening is the other person is just not ready, not prepared, not mentally. It could have been a very recently announced pregnancy, or it could be, whatever's going on with this new life is getting closer to becoming a reality. And yes, that's a lot of stress on the female, for sure. More stress on the female, but a partner in that is going to have a lot of emotional stress. And what you're going to have to do is accept that, is understand that, and let go of the problem that they are bringing into it. But by no means am I saying excuse it. By no means am I saying that what they're doing is okay. What I'm saying, what this is really throwing out there, big, bold messaging, is just understand, accept that for week 49, this is what it is. And I don't think any amount of fighting, I don't think any amount of tender explaining is really going to change the other person's mentality in this. And if you're the one being defensive about something somebody else is bringing in, if you, Libra, if you are the one experiencing this from your point of view, if your partner's being defensive and they seem confused and it has to do with a baby, understand that they're going to be confused. They're going to be defensive. It's a very emotional situation. And what's even more compounding on this is December is a very expensive month because we're all obligated to get family and friends gifts. And you also have the colder weather, which means more people are indoors. And the more you're indoors, the more you are like right up against people. So you have all that packed in, emotion. Anything you do and you can't get away, you can't go out for a walk. I mean, you can if you want, put on your parka. But either way it goes, that's what I got for you. Please, please, please leave a comment below. Let me know if this resonates with you. Also, like and subscribe, and once again, check out the video that has Destiny and myself in it to get a good, broad overview of December as a whole. The whole thing, the emotions, the troubles, the greatness. It's nice to hear from both sides as to what could be going on. Stack everything you can to get as good of an outlook as you can. So with that said, Libra, I will see you in week 50.